Hey, everybody, this is Austin James Unleashed on tour. We're on tour right now on a tour bus with this guy right here, Drake White. We're recording this on April 26th. He's getting ready to play a sold out show at the Texas Club in Baton Rouge. Remember to check out thetexasclub.com for future shows. Drake, thanks for talking with us. It's been a while. I remember having dinner with you about 10 years ago when you were first introduced or signed on to a label. And we were talking about your history in music. At 14, you started writing songs.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, just small town in Alabama, northeast Alabama. Mom and dad, were grew up in church and singing and stuff like that. And I just always kind of wrote my thoughts down. I didn't really know what that was. I was playing baseball, playing football, and thought that was the end all be all, and kind of didn't hide them, but didn't really know what I was doing. Then I realized I should be a songwriter, towards college time, end of high school, start of college time, and realized that my thoughts and those poems or whatever I was writing, that add some melody to them, and it would be kind of a head around a campfire. And that's what originally started.
What position did you play in baseball and football?
I was a catcher in baseball, and then in football I was a wing back and kind of a road back on defense and something.
Did you have any college prospects?
I was going to go play at junior college. I had a couple of things, a couple of people. I actually got a scholarship out of high school to play at Gadsden State there in Gadsden, Alabama, where I'm from, and just had kind of realized that music was the way.
Yeah.
That was chose music.
So you spent a lot of time in construction, though,
Yeah.
because your degree is in building
science.
Building science.
Yeah, I went to Auburn. My mom's an educator, so she kind of pushed. She was always pushing education. Hey, man, please get your education. Love that you're nomadic. Love that you like to kind of have a whimsical mindset, but man, I was good at math, good at science, and I could always build stuff because she called me MacGyver all the time. Like I was always putting stuff together. So and enjoy, what real estate, what building was as far as a business. Still do. So started building with a local contractor there in Nashville, American Constructors, and started building churches and stuff like that, and just was basically running the job sites. And they were not conducive. Like 2-3 a.m. loadouts at Losers in Nashville was not conducive to 5 a.m. Concrete pours.
I can just imagine being out on a crew call that early in the morning, getting all of your contractors together.
It was brutal. And you got to pay attention out there. You have to pay attention when you're pouring concrete and to blueprints, and there's math involved. And there was just a lot of stuff. And music demands, I tell people I was kind of half-assing both things. And that's something that I was not proud of, and I was not raised like that to do that. So, one thing led to another. When 2008, around that time happening, I worked the construction job until about 2010. And then, they made a bunch of cuts, and I was one of those cuts, and it was fall into the music world.
Yeah. Went to Nashville and worked your way in, got signed on to a label, had some success for a while, and it was great, man. You were on tour, and one of your signature moves is stomping on stage.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
I mean, honestly,
Is that something innate, or it just happened?
Yeah, it was something that just I grew up. Like I sit around campfires and all horses, and I don't try to do that. I didn't ever try to stomp or something that came out. When I got excited or started playing. So it's just something that happened. Everything for me is just like whatever naturally is
Very spontaneous.
Yeah, honest.
That's awesome.
That's what tonight's going to be.
Oh yeah, can't wait to see it. Now let's talk about 2019.
Yeah.
You went in to the doctor, I guess, and had a diagnosis. Very, very crazy diagnosis.
Yeah. It was about 1 in 18,000 diagnosis of an AVM that showed up in the back of my brain. And basically what it was is, I was training really hard. I was about to go back on tour with Zach Brown. I was about to go to Australia. I had some stuff going. Was still signed at Big Machine, and or it was maybe right after Big Machine, but it was right in that time period. And just got a headache, like a debilitating, like migraine times 5 headache. And we got an MRI. The MRI showed a mass about the size of a lime in the back right side of my brain. And we started embolizing it, blew it shut through a series of brain surgeries called embolizations. They go up to your femoral artery with a catheter into the back of your neck and at the back of your brain. And he started gluing these things with onyx, gluing this mass that was, in danger of an aneurysm type thing. Started gluing it shut.
Wow. How long did it take you to recover from something?
Well, what happened to me, there was only a 2% chance of it happening. So let's start there. Let's start with the doctor gave me the green light to go and play while we took care of it. I mean, this was going to take like a year because you can't do it all at one time. You have to do it slowly. So it took 7 or 8 of those embolization surgeries to actually cauterize the water veins and arteries. So I would get them about once every 6 weeks, and I would get them on a Monday. I would rest Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Thursday I would be on the road and playing, say, on Friday, Saturday, and that went really well for 6 months, 8 months, and took the stage in Roanoke, Virginia, and it hemorrhaged. It was 50-60% completely cauterized and then hemorrhaged. When it hemorrhaged, it caused the hemorrhagic stroke, which paralyzed my left side for about 5 months. So I was completely paralyzed. Had to relearn how to walk. Had to basically relearn how to not eat, but eat and talk and all that stuff was very slow, and just unbelievable recovery. That was 5 years ago. What was 5 years ago? 4.5 years ago. But like we have to understand the emotional and the traumatic brain injury. That's why I'm so passionate about mental health now, because I completely understand how with a traumatic brain injury like a soldier may have, or anybody, an athlete, a fighter, whatever. Like your battle between your ears every day, those midnight cold sweat, shaking bedside things, they're real. And I'm passionate about helping people learn how to deal with it. Because I did. I learned how, I had things going on. I had a life that I loved and I worked really hard for. And it was pulled out from under me. And I was really mad for a little while. And I've flipped that all around now and made it part of you'll see tonight. It is part. People come to these shows now, brother, for the healing and for the story. And I knew that when it happened. I said, God's giving me this for a purpose, to show people that through prayer and through music and through optimism and through true prayer and true, gathering of your people, that you can come together and you can defeat something.
Did you ever lose your faith during that time? Did you ever question?
Oh.
Why me? Why is this going on?
I question
right
that. I question that now. I question it daily. My brand, I've built my brand on my optimism and on the faith in Jesus and our faith in the gospel truth. And I questioned it. Why me? Why am I doing this? The comparison gets in of your buddies are going and doing all of this stuff. I'm watching Jamie Johnson. I'm watching Chris Stapleton. I'm watching Eric Church. I'm watching Riley Green now. I'm watching all these people, and I'm a competitive dude. It was absolutely excruciating. I wanted those guys to do good. It wasn't that. You understand? Like I really wanted them to do good, but I'm a competitor. I'm an athlete at the heart, and I wanted to be out there doing it, and I felt like it got protected for a while. But I'm starting, it was very slow, but now I realize the purpose for it. And it's ultimately made me a better person, a better performer, a better rider, a better husband, a better to be a father. And I've never thought I would say that. I was always like, well, I'm not going to catch my son before he falls in the lake. I can't move that fast. But now I realize I'm gonna have so many tools to be able to give him, that I couldn't if I wouldn't have like kids.
So that was 2019. That was 2024. And you were selling out shows.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
think that is? And people love your music. That's not to demean your performance or anything, but my goodness, all of a sudden, boom, you're selling out this venue and that venue. And there were so many tickets pre-sold for this particular show.
And we're independent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
I think it is that faith. I know it is. I know it's God being. Why would He have brought me through that pain and suffering if He didn't have something massive on each side? And because He knew I would tell this story to people, and I'm not bashful or ashamed or anything. I don't go back and say, well, I hope it don't sound weird, but no. I mean, I saw angels in the corner of the rooms. I've seen people come together and pray for me, and my heart and basically my hands start working and my feet start working. And I think this is the beginning of it. I come back here with no ego to it. Somebody would said been mad that they were here in 2016 or 17. You said I've seen in 10 years and things have changed. I'm not mad at any of that. I'm glad to be here. And don't get me wrong, I want to back out Madison Square Garden and I want to do that because I know what I'll do.
That could possibly happen. You guys that are watching that have anything to do with Madison Square Garden, book this guy.
I know what I will do with the platform. You know what I mean? Like that. I know what I'm doing with the platform now, and it's a whole new perspective of having near death experience. It's not I'm just glad to be doing it.
So your life has turned around, and now you have a 15-month-old son. Tell us about it.
I kind of go all the way around back over after the stroke. My wife got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. So type 1 diabetes caused a autoimmune disorder, demyelination of her nerves, which made her numb and made her paralyzed from the breast down. So we're trying to have a baby in this time. And we understand why we didn't have a baby before the stroke. That would have been really hard. It's hard now. So we start going through all this infertility treatment. In 6 years of infertility treatment, later, IBS and IUIs, we have this little boy. And it's been unbelievable. This next record that I've got recorded with Jonathan Singleton, which is Luke Combs' guy, and my great buddy, and not to name drop there. Just great friend of mine and has been for a long time. We wrote all these songs. Some of them are old, some of them are new, but like that, there's a song there called Life Flowing North. I mean, it changed the way I write. Having a son, it changed the way I believe. It changed the way I, talk, the way I just go about my day and thinking about something more than myself.
The new project, is it an EP right now? Is it a full album, or what do you have in store?
So we're May the 10th. We're going to start releasing. We're going to release a song. We're going to release a song every month for a couple of months, and then we're going to release the full album in probably August, September.
That's great.
Yeah, it's. I'm a big fan of albums, as I know you are. I know a lot of people that music fans. I like what's going on. So, it's the wildness, as you know. And I mean, I like the process. I like to write songs. I like to be in the studio. I like to make music. So that's what we do every day. So why not record it? And we built this record. And we're about to kind of reveal what we're going to call it. And there's a whole interconnecting thing to all of this. It's part of it.
So that's great. If someone wanted to reach out to you through social media, how do they do that?
So Instagram would be Drake White Stone. But started the interview with. That was very good. And then everything else, I'm super easy. It's just Drake White, drakewhite.com. And we're touring. We'll probably run at 100 shows this year, and we got shows with Jamie Johnson. Jamie Johnson's coming back out on tour, which I'm so excited about. I think he's one of the most talented dudes out there. So
Great.
coming back out with him, and we're out there fighting a good fight. It's just good. It's just a great thing.
Well, I can't wait for the show tonight. And also, if you get a chance, follow this guy on his social media. And if you get a chance, go ahead and see him in concert. He really does put on an incredibly high energy show. And his band, is it still called Drake White and the Fire?
Big fight.
The Big Fire. So Drake White and the Big Fire. Great. Thanks for talking with us. I appreciate you. And remember to like, share, and subscribe with Austin James Unleashed. I am Austin James with Austin James Unleashed on tour. We'll see you soon.